Champions Cup is back this Friday. I am pretty happy about that. I've been keeping an eye kind of loosely on some of the domestic comps over the summer break here in New Zealand. But the Champions Cup returns, and yeah, I'm very keen to see how some of these games go. It is getting into that point with some of the pools where we're going to see some dead rubber games between teams who are both out, or one team is out and the other team's already guaranteed a spot. So we will probably see a bit of mixing and matching in some of the lineups, but not in this pool. This pool, with Munster at the top and Gloucester in the bottom, and only a few points separating them, with Exeter and Castres in the middle. Munster are 2 wins, 1 draw and a loss. They're on 12. Gloucester 2 wins, no draws, and the 2 losses are only a few points behind on 8. Exeter also on 8, Castres on 9. So yeah, everyone's still alive. Nobody's guaranteed a spot yet, so anything could happen. And yeah, I think that's kind of reflected in some of the selections, because it seems like there's a fair few big names going to be playing. From what I read, Gloucester have had a couple of losses recently in the Premiership, so it might be a good thing for them that switching focus to Europe perhaps gives everyone a bit of a fresh look at things, a bit of a break. Sometimes it's just what the doctor ordered. So yeah, I mean, who have you got on the side this week? You got 12 Trees, he's at 13. Cipriani's at 10, that's nice, very nice. I know people have been giving a bit of talk about him and some videos I've been watching recently about all his defensive frailties, but he's still a guy that you got to love to watch. He's going to do things that other guys don't do. Even if he costs you some points, he's going to get you some that nobody else can. Interestingly, Franco Mostert is on the blind side. Ben Morgan's captain from number 8, so there's a lot of talent in that side. But interestingly, when I look at the unavailable for selection list, it is huge. The number of guys unavailable, yeah, is just really long. I'm not sure how many of them are injured and how many of them are just ineligible, but it's a long list, and the amount of talented players on there is pretty ridiculous. From a Munster point of view, one guy who everyone's been telling me to keep an eye on, and I'm definitely planning to keep an eye on him, but the last time he was named for a Champions Cup game, he ended up pulling out injured. Chris Farrell, he's back. I think he had a knee injury, so he's back in the midfield. O'Mahony's still there, so that is very good news. CJ Stander is there. Tyke Burns there. You got Murray and Carberry kind of continuing that new relationship at 9 and 10. Hopefully they're going to be building things, getting a bit of chemistry going. I mean, Earl's on the wing, along with Conway. It's a pretty good looking team as well, to be fair. Interestingly, despite being away from home, Munster are the favourites this one with the bookies, only by 4 points. So they're picking it's going to be pretty tight. The last time they met, I think, was round 2, and that was 36 points to 22 over in Ireland. So Munster perhaps with a little bit of a mental edge there, but going away from home is always a tough prospect. So how well they're going to go, they definitely could use a win to really push themselves ahead, as they are slightly ahead in the pool. But equally, Gloucester will be absolutely desperate to keep themselves alive, so they'll be fired up as well. You guys let me know your thoughts on the lineups. How many of you are a Gloucester fan? And I am wearing this Lions jersey because it's the closest I have to a Lions jersey. Do not have a Munster jersey. Otherwise, I would be wearing one of the kits. But yeah, let me know how many of these guys who are unavailable for selection for Gloucester are perhaps just ineligible, or how many of them are injured. Because, I mean, Ackerman, he would have to be eligible. Dreyer, he's eligible. But there's guys like Hansen, Hines, Woodward. Yeah, quite a few of these guys. Tom Marshall. A lot of these guys are listed as ineligible, but is it just that they're injured or something else? You guys who've got a bit more of an inside knowledge on Gloucester will have to let me know there. And yeah, how do you think the game's going to go? Do you think the bookies have got it right with Munster edging it, or do you think perhaps Gloucester will get it done? Yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.